guys, welcome back to my video. So today I'm doing 3 makeup looks for you. I'm doing 3 festive makeup Christmas inspired looks, and these are 3 ideas that you can wear on Christmas Day or on Boxing Day or any of the festive days. I've started from look number 1, which is very casual, quite minimal, red lip but just a wing liner. Look number 2 is a bit more glam on the eyes and a bit more neutral on the lips, and this is look number 3, so it is just glam on the eyes, glam on the lips. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Right, so to start these makeup looks, I am going to do my face. For all 3 of the makeup looks, I'm going to have the same base. It's pretty much just going to be the eyes that are going to change. So to start, I'm going to go with my L'Oreal True Match foundation. It's the only foundation that I've ever used, so I don't actually know if it's any good to recommend it, because it literally is the only foundation that I've ever used. And I don't use foundation on a regular basis either. I just thought, seeing as it's a Christmas makeup look, you know, you want to feel your best. A lot of us have been struggling with our skin at the minute. I definitely have. As you can see, I've still got a couple of breakouts. It's nowhere near as bad as what it was. But yeah, so for skin, I'm just going to do a bit of foundation. Now that my foundation is on, I'm going to do concealer. I'm using the Instant Age Eraser Concealer by Maybelline. This is pretty much what I'm planning on doing for Christmas Day or around the festive periods, like Christmas Day, Boxing Day, those days in between Christmas. And these are just a couple of ideas as to what you can do as well. So I'm planning on doing 3 looks. It will be a very casual one for start, which is more than likely like what I would typically wear. I don't tend to go full glam on Christmas Day because there's not I mean, I'm the type of person that likes to stay in my pyjamas all day. I don't know what you guys like to do, but I definitely like to stay in my pyjamas for most of the day for Christmas Day. More than likely I'll put on a new pair of pyjamas as well that I've got. So, I mean, I have all intentions of kind of doing that. I don't really think I'm going anywhere. I might just be going to my boyfriend's grandparents, but I mean, other than that, I'm not going like full glam. But these are just a couple of options to see. Like, some people go like really minimal makeup, like a little bit of something, and then like full be Christmas Day glam. So I'm going to give you the options of all of those 3. So now that I've done skin, I'm going to move on to eyebrows. I'm just going to fast forward through all of this because you've all seen me do my eyebrows and everything like that, and I just want to get to the eyes, which is the fun bit. So I finished my like skin makeup for now, so this is going to be the same throughout all 3 looks. So I thought I'd just briefly run you through what I have got on my face. So I've obviously done my foundation that you've seen, I've done my concealer, I filled in my eyebrows using the Coverell by Benefit, and then I just run through with some Colour Lash Clear, I mean, look how grim that is, a clear mascara from a collection just through the eyebrows to set them. And then I use this number 7, it's called the number 7 New Tonight palette, and I use the bronzer and the blush in this palette, just along here, a little bit on my nose, and then to highlight I used the number 7 shimmer palette in Caramel. So I just kind of sweeped through the middle here, you can see where I go, and just highlighted the tops of my cheeks and my nose. So that is the skin makeup done. So now moving on to look 1. So what I'm going to do for look 1 is I'm just going to do a simple winged out, I mean, please excuse my nails, I need to redo them before Christmas. I'm going to do a simple winged out liner and then do a bit of a festive lip, and that would be more of my neutral, like I've made an effort but I've not really gone all out. look for Christmas. So I'm still going to prime my eyes, and I use the number 7 Stay Perfect eyeshadow primer, and I'm a bit embarrassed to show you it because it is absolutely grim. Yeah, it's definitely well loved and used. So this is what I use just to prime both eyes. I'm just going to put a neutral colour on the lid and then do the eyeshadow. Now that the lids are both primed, I'm going to go in with a neutral eyeshadow just all over the lids so it stops it, because at the minute, I don't know if you can tell, but the lids are quite glossy, quite greasy, and they'll just get more like that throughout the day. So I'm going to go in with the Deuces by Juvia's Place, and I'm just going to use this colour here. As you can tell, this again is well used. And I'm just going to go on a big brush. This is the Real Techniques medium shadow brush, and just pop that all over the lid. It just sets it. It's a neutral colour, same to my lid colour, stops any creasing, and hopefully it will just make the eyeliner last longer as well. So now that that shadow is on, I'm just going to go on with my eyeliner. Again, a lot of my makeup is well used, well loved, and pretty grim. So this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama liquid eyeliner in matte. So I'm just going to go in with this. As you can tell, pretty grim, pretty gross, but this is the one that I'm going to go in. Just give it a shake before and then start lining the lid. So I've been doing eyeliner for years now. I'm definitely not the best. I'm not a pro. I'm not a makeup pro. This is just a bit of inspiration if you're stuck for ideas for what to do for Christmas. But what I do for eyeliner is I tend to start in the middle and then go out. And then from there, I'll move my way in. So that's the line drawn, and now I just want a little flick. So I follow the bottom lash line and just make a little line there. And then what I end up doing from that is just joining it to the rest of the eyeliner. So that's just how I do it. Again, not a professional. It's not perfect, but by the time that I've put mascara on, you can't even really tell. But that is just a very basic wing. So I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. So I've just done my eyeliner. They're not perfect, they're not completely even, but like I said, by the time that I've added mascara, it doesn't really matter. So the mascara that I'm going in with is the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast High Definition. I'm going to go in with that first, and then I like to go in with a second mascara as well. That's just the first coat of mascara, and then I go in with the second one using the Volume Million Lashes. Again, this is by L'Oreal. So I'm just going to go in, and as you can see, this one is a thicker wand, so I'm just going to go more on the outer edge of my lashes. So that is the eyes nearly done for look 1. I'm just going to finish it off by adding some highlight on the inner corner and to the brow bone. So I'm just going to go back in with my bronzy palette and just go to like the second shimmer. So that is the eyes done for look 1. Now to finish off with the lips, I am going to do a classic red matte lip. So I'm going to go in with a pencil, a lip liner in Temptation by the brand LMX. So I'm just going to use this one to line my lips all the way around. And the lipstick that I'm going to use to fill in is going to be a Revolution Pro in the shade Expression. So I'm just going to fill my lips in with this colour. Now that the lipstick's on, I just like to fill in just around the edge again with the lip liner, just to make sure it's really sharp and precise. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to do the lipstick trick. So that just gets any of the lipstick out from around the inside of your lips. It stops you from getting lipstick on your teeth. So this is look 1 for Christmas Day makeup inspiration. So I've just gone very, very classic. A wing liner, red lip, very simple but glowy skin. I just think you can't go too wrong with a wing line and a red lip. If you would prefer instead to have a nude lip, you can completely do that. It's up to you what you'd want to do. I just thought I'd do a classic look for number one. So this is look number one. So let me know what you think about look number one, and then let's move on to look number two. So we're back for look number two. I have prepped my eyes the same as I did before. I've done the primer and I've also done the same like neutral eyeshadow on the lid. So let's get into look number two. So my ideas for this one is to go more drama on the eyes and a neutral lip. This is what I would do as more of a daytime glam. I am going to do like a more like full-on glam, lots of glitter lashes, and do like the festive eyes, festive lips. This is more concentrated on a bit of drama on the eyes, but still quite tame. We're not doing lashes at this point, and the lips going to be a little bit more manageable. I do love a red lip on Christmas. Of course, it's so festive, and it just is the ultimate like Christmas look. But it isn't the easiest to maintain. Red lips can get a bit messy if you're eating, if you're having Christmas dinner, you're eating some sweets or chocolate or whatever, mince pies. It can very easily just start to look a little bit worse for wear. So this one's going to be more dry on the eyes and a neutral lip. So I'm going to use two different palettes today. I am moving away from the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette because honestly I use that thing to death. So I'm using both my Juvia's Place palettes. I got these for Christmas actually maybe 2 years ago. So I'm going to start with the Deuces and use shade Crepes, which is this one here. And this is like a reddish brown, like a brick red colour, and I'm going to use that as my transition colour. I'm thinking about doing a halo eye, very red burgundy type of colours. Again, I'm going a bit more festive and red on the eyes, and then I'm going to do a neutral lip. So I'm going to start by putting this in the crease. This is my transition colour. I'm just building up a little bit of warmth in the eyes there. So I've built the colour up on both eyes using that shade, just get a bit closer so you can see. It's just added a little bit of colour, a little bit of warmth. So to deepen that up, I'm talking like I know what I'm on about, I don't. I'm going to go back, I'm going to go into the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place palette, and then I'm going to use this shade here, which is a burgundy colour called Genre. So as you can see, it's a really beautiful burgundy colour. So that is going to go on the outer parts of my eye and in the inner corner, and I'm going to leave this middle bit here blank. So I'm just going to pack it on the sides. So as you can see, I'm building the colour up there, and then I'm also going to do it on the inner part of my eye. As you can see, it's actually a lot more purple on the eye than it is in the pan. I think in the pan it looks a little bit more burgundy red. It's actually quite purple, but that's okay, still festive. So I've built that colour up there, and it definitely makes green eyes pop, which is, I love this colour to wear on my eye colour anyway. Just building that colour up. So as you can see, it really is quite messy, and at this point you really just have to trust the process, because it is going to look messy, it is going to look unblended, because you need to connect them at the top. So I'm going to go in with a clean brush, not the one I've just used. The one that I used before. This is a Morphe M139, and the one I'm going to go in with now is a Morphe M330. So I'm going to just start to blend those edges with the clean brush, so they kind of meet at the top, but again I want to leave that part in the middle blank, because I'm going to put a bit of glitter a glitter shadow, not loose glitter. I'm going to save that definitely for the more glam. This is, for some people, really quite glam still. Some people might think this is still quite a lot on Christmas Day, but I mean, there's going like, oh, you've made an effort, you look nice, and then there's going like full on glam. This to me is not full on glam. I would wear this in the day. And then what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back to the first brush that I used. This is just a Morphe, but I actually get a fake Morphe brush. Just this one here, just any kind of wide, like fluffy brush. And I'm going to go back into the first Juvia's Place palette, the Deuces, and I am actually going to go back into that just very plain shade here that I use all over the lid. This is called Berry Mousse, and I'm going to go into that and just put that at the top. So I'm just trying to blend all those colours together using the neutral shade. So that's going to do for now. I'm just going to wipe a bit of shadow. It's just dropped down, so I'm just going to wipe that. And then to be honest, for eyeshadows like this and for the third one that I'm going to do, I would typically do my eyes first and then do the skin, so that I could get a baby wipe and just wipe away here, so then you've got a sharp line. Especially if you're using loose glitters, they do tend to get down here, so I would definitely recommend for heavier, if you're using glitters or shimmers, to do your eyes first, and then that way you can just get a baby wipe and wipe away any of the excess, and then put your foundation on fresh. But seeing as I'm doing makeup look after makeup look, my skin makeup is already on. But that's not an issue. So I'm going to now go into a shimmer. So I'm going to go for a burgundy shimmer. I'm going to do a full burgundy eye. You could, which would look really, really pretty, is do a gold in the middle just to make everything pop, make it a little bit lighter. But I'm going really festive on the eyes, and then, like I said, doing a bit of a neutral lip. So I'm just going to go in with any kind of flat brush like this. This is just a random, it's a Studio London brush, and then I'm going to go into, what's this colour called? Nomad, which is this burgundy colour in the middle there, and then press it on in the middle where that gap is. So there's quite a lot of fallout with this shade. That's to be expected with a lot of really beautiful glitters. I really just want that in the middle there. And that's a halo eye, or that's how I do a halo eye anyway. So I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. So that's that colour in the middle. As you can see, there is a bit of fallout. I am going to go in with a little bit of this yellowy gold at the top and just press that over the top just to give it a little bit more dimension. So I've used the one side, I'm just going to use the other side of this shade brush and just stamp that on top just to give it a little bit more dimension. So that's a little bit more gold now. So I actually quite like the way that that looks. I'm now going to go back in with the Morphe 330 brush and just fan that out at the top. What you could do is go back into those purples and add a bit more colour and depth if you've lost a little bit. But for me, this is still, I want it to be daytime, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. I'm just going to wipe away the excess shadow that's fallen down here, just on my cheeks, just with my powder brush. And then I'm going to run a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the lash line, and I'm going to go in with the first shade that I used, which is the Crepes, that brick red colour. So then I'm going to add my inner corner highlight, the same one as I used before, just from this shimmer palette here. It looks lovely with the little gold here because you've got the gold on the eye, and then just under the brow bone as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of eyeshadow just to the lash line, a little bit of eyeliner, just a bit of black eyeliner to the lash line. So that's what it looks with just a simple little black liner on the lash line. And then I'm not going to do lashes. You definitely can if you want to make this a bit more intense. I'm just going to go in with both my mascaras again, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to do the lip. So now that I've got my mascara, I'm going to go and do my lips. I'm going to line them with the LMX in the shade Rose Blush, which is just a nude. And then to fill them in, I'm going to use MAC's the Classic Velvet Teddy. But that is the finished makeup look for look 2. You could obviously add a gloss. I'm just going to keep the lips matte, very simple. So this is look number 2. Let me know what you think of look number 2. Do you prefer it to look number 1 so far? And yeah, this is just my kind of bit more of a daytime glam for Christmas Day. Let me know what your thoughts are for look number 2, and then we're going to finish off with the full glam for look number 3. Okay, so look number 3. I've honestly put so much makeup on and taken it off so many times at this point. I've actually given myself foundation lips because my lips are stained from all the lipsticks, and I've just decided to keep the mascara on from look number 2 because we're going to be adding lashes anyway. So look number 3, I'm going to do a classic gold and brown smoky eye. I'm going to use glitter, and I'm also going to do a red glossy lip. So really are going all out full on Christmas for look number 3. So this is going to be the glam look. To start look number 3, I'm going to go in straight away with a chocolate brown in the shade Fez. This is the Saharan 2 palette by Juvia's Place. So I'm going to go in with this colour here and put that in the crease. So now that that brown is in the crease and I've done the transition, I'm going to go ahead and darken that up. So I'm going to go back into the Douce palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to go into the shade Chocolate, and I'm going to put that on the outer half of my eye and then just bring it in slightly. And it doesn't matter if this gets too messy at all because we are going to do a cut crease for the glitter. So now that I've added that dark brown on the outer, I'm going to cut the crease using a concealer brush by Morphe and the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define. So I'm just going to get my brush and get some concealer on the end. This is practically run out. And then I'm going to cut the crease. What this does is it just adds a really fresh base to the eyeshadow that I'm going to put down and just allows it to pop even more. So I'm just going to bring this out to about there just so it gets really tacky. So I've just set that concealer. I'm just going to add a gold shimmer on top, ready for the glitter. Now I'm going to use, just for the gold shimmer, I'm going to go in with this yellow colour here. So now that that gold is there, I'm going to go in with my glitter primer. I'm going to use the NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. So as you can see, I'm just going to use this much. So I'm just going to take a brush with that glue on the back and just apply that to where the gold shimmer is on the eye. And this is just preparing the eye and the area that I want the glitter to stick to. So I've used a shimmer, and I'm also going to use a loose glitter pigment. So the glitter that I'm going to use is the NYX, and this is just the gold one at the top there. Now this glitter does get everywhere, so you do have to be careful. That's why I typically would do my eyes first and then the skin if I'm doing loose glitter. So you can see there's quite a lot of glitter fallout there, but that's just the glitter on the eye. I'm going to do the other one, then I'm going to come back and finish the eyes. So now that I've done glitter on both eyes, I'm going to just deepen up the dark brown on the outside because I seem to have lost that a little bit now adding the glitter, and then I'm going to clean everything up and finish the eyes. So I've darkened the outsides back up again with the shade Chocolate, and I'm going to go back in with that first shade, the lighter brown that I used just in the crease there, and then clean this up. So I'm just adding my inner corner using the same palette that I've used the whole time, and then add the brown bone shimmer. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of dark underneath the eye, so I'm going to go with that chocolate colour, the first brown. So I've darkened it up underneath the eye there. Now I'm just going to add another thin line of black liner to the top lash line. So this can be a little bit difficult with the glitter on, so I'm just going to try my best. So I've added the thin black line to the top lash line. Now I'm going to add my lashes and then finish off with lips. The lashes that I'm going to use are by Primark and they're just the Define ones. I have already got a bit of mascara on already, so I don't need to add those before. Otherwise, if I was just doing this, like I would usually do eyes first because I've got all this glitter down here. But yeah, I would usually add mascara and then add lashes. So I like to leave it so that the glue goes tacky. It just allows it to stick to the eye better and you can manoeuvre it a lot better as well. But like I said, for some people, this will be too much for Christmas Day. But I mean, some people go really, really glam. This could be more of a like Christmas Day evening. It really does just depend. The thing is with the loose glitter, it does kind of get everywhere. It gets on top of your lid and underneath here, but it definitely helps when you use the glitter glue and doing the cut crease. Like I said, I'm no professional. This is just me playing with makeup and giving you some inspiration. So lashes are on and eyes are finally finished. So the final thing to do for the end of look 3 is to do the lips. And I am going to do a red glossy lip just to finish it off to make it really festive. So I'm going to line my lips using the LMX colour In Temptation again. Then to fill in the lip liner, I'm going to use the red by Red Revolution Pro in the shade Red Wine, which is just a darker red. That's the red lip on, and then just to finishing everything off, I'm going to add a gloss by LMX in the shade Sundancer. And this is the final look for look 3. I absolutely love the glitter and the red glossy lip. I would not do this amount of makeup and have my hair up. I think it definitely will look better down. So let me know what you think of look number 3. Is it a little bit too full on? Is it a little bit too much for Christmas Day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I just give you a close up of look number 3 before I sign off. Number 3. Let me know which look was your favourite in the comments down below. Was it look number 1, look number 2, or look number 3? So I really hope you've all enjoyed this video. Please give it a big like and a comment if you have. And also let me know which was your favourite look in the comments down below, what your plans are for Christmas and what look you would tend to go for normally. This is definitely not what I'm going to be wearing on Christmas Day. More than likely I'm going to be barefaced or it's going to be look number 1. It depends, see what mood I'm in, whether I get any new makeup I want to play with. But I'm thinking for me it's more look number 1, possibly look number 2 that I would go for Christmas this year. But let me know down below what you would go for. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.